Imagine being alone in a Scottish prison, anticipating your trial date. That was the reality for our protagonist, Hank Cooper. Hank, a Canadian citizen, found himself in a unique predicament. He was confined to a solitary cell in the notorious Barlinnie prison, a concession made for his foreign nationality. One weekend, the prison was bursting at the seams with inmates, and Hank was compelled to share his cell with a man due for trial come Monday morning. This man, a stranger to Hank, smuggled in drugs stashed in a rather unsavory hiding place, and offered some to Hank. Hank, keeping his wits about him, only feigned acceptance, pretending to partake in the man's illicit stash. As the cell door clanged shut, marking the beginning of their shared confinement, Hank was left with a sense of trepidation. The weekend was just beginning, and Hank had no idea what was to come. As the hours in the cell ticked by, Hank's cellmate began to unfold his dark tale, a story that would chill anyone to the bone, making the cold prison walls feel even colder. This wasn't just an ordinary tale of crime and punishment. No, it was something much darker, much more sinister. His cellmate began to paint a picture with his words, a scene that took place in a simple, unassuming pub. It was there that he went in with a sole intent to kill one man. The reason? It was lost in the fog of his memory, perhaps a spat over a lover. But the details weren't important. What mattered was the horrifying outcome. Despite the friends of the intended victim banding together, forming a human shield around him, the cellmate didn't hesitate. He walked in with a shotgun, and in a moment that would change several lives forever, he pulled the trigger. The spray of bullets that erupted from the shotgun didn't discriminate. It took the lives of all 5 friends who had tried to protect their mate. But that wasn't the end of his chilling tale. Oh no, it got even darker. After the dust had settled and the echoes of the gunshot had faded, he turned to the shocked faces in the pub. He warned them, his voice as cold as the barrel of the gun he still held, that he would kill anyone who dared to testify against him. He was convinced, with an eerie confidence that sent shivers down Hank's spine, that no one would dare to come forward. No one would dare to challenge him in court. The fear he had instilled in the pub that fateful night would ensure his freedom. And so, as Hank listened to this haunting tale, he couldn't help but think about the cellmate's final words. If he disappeared come Monday, it would mean he got away with his crime. As the weekend came to a close, Hank was left to ponder the chilling story. The echo of his cellmate's words, the disturbing account of a crime so brutal, so ruthless, it was hard to believe. The walls of the prison seemed to close in as Hank grappled with the reality of the tale he'd been told. The cellmate, a man who had walked into a pub with an intention to murder, had instead left a trail of 5 innocent lives in his wake. The audacity of the act, the coldness of the execution, it was all too unsettling. Hank replayed the story over in his head, the cellmate's conviction that he would walk free come Monday morning. The confidence he exuded, the certainty of his escape from justice, it was all too surreal. And then, just as abruptly as he had arrived, the cellmate was gone. Monday came, and with it, the deafening silence of his absence. Hank was left alone once again in his cell, but the solitude felt different now. It was heavier, darker, tainted by the gruesome tale of his cellmate's crime. The man had walked into a pub with an intention to kill, and walked out leaving a trail of devastation. Hank couldn't help but reflect on the strange reality of his situation. Here he was, a Canadian citizen in a Scottish prison, waiting for his trial date for book smuggling. And yet, over the weekend, he had shared a cell with a man who had committed a crime so heinous, it was almost unfathomable. A man who, it seemed, had managed to escape the long arm of the law. As Hank sat in his cell, he could not shake off the eerie silence that followed his cellmate's departure. He was alone once again, but with a chilling tale that would forever echo in his mind. The haunting thought of his cellmate's crime and his apparent escape from justice would continue to linger, a dark reminder of the weekend in Barlinnie.